Okay, everybody. Who's ever heard of celery juice in the medical medium? This is a hot trend we're going to explore and dig into. I'm on Bing. You ever heard of Bing? I don't even know why I'm on Bing. My computer made me go on Bing. I'm used to Google, but we'll do Bing. So you Google, maybe I'm Googling celery juice medical medium on Bing. Got it? Got it? So I click here. Let's see what we have to say. Let's say somebody's researching celery juice. Ooh, there's the counterpoint. It's not a magic health potion, so don't bother drinking it unless ... Okay, I got the picture. I don't even have to click. Naysaying, and they're from Australia. Coach.9.com.au, don't trust it. Who's got 5 different dots in their domain name? This is trustworthy. The Guardian says celery juice, is it a health tonic or just another wellness fad? As though a fad is a bad thing. Sometimes, what's a fad but just doing something and you can't stick with it? Fads are okay if they're good for you. Health elixir or celebrity fad? Oh yeah, because celery juice is really just for celebrities. There's a verdict about celery juice. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Why is there a verdict about celery juice? Okay? Don't ask me. I'm just the narrator. So somebody does their research, okay? They go to the medical medium. Celery juice. Well, let's say what our friend the medical medium has to say. I think his tagline honestly should be "Make America Medium Again." He should be wearing that hat and he should do that hashtag, and it's like, of course. Make America medium again. Hello? Why doesn't he think of that if he's a medium? He should know these things. So the medical medium says, if people knew all the potent healing properties of celery juice, it would be widely hailed as a miraculous superfood. Okay, do I have to believe you? Can you prove it to me if I asked? Or am I just supposed to take everything you say at face value and do whatever you say? Because you have a website. And with big pictures. Then he says celery has an incredible ability to create sweeping, really weird, strange adjective. Sweeping. Like, I picture somebody sweeping. I don't want sweeping improvements of my health. Celery has an incredible ability to create sweeping improvements for all kinds of health issues. Is that even correct English? All kinds of. It's like, oh, he's all kinds of crazy. Is this like slang? Celery juice stands alone. Oh, you want me to prove it to you? I'm the medical medium. Let me prove this to you. Just look right. I'm showing you a picture of celery juice standing alone. Celery is, oh my goodness gracious, look at that word. Celery is truly the savior. When it comes to chronic illness, it's the savior, folks. You're looking at a picture of the savior and its outcast brother who never gets its full glass in the picture. This is a very narcissistic celery juice. Ta-da! I'm here. Look at me, world. Push this glass of celery juice out of the picture. I've seen thousands of people who suffer from chronic and mystery illness restore their health by drinking 16 ounces of celery juice daily on an empty stomach. Well, that's good. That's why long ago I started the movement. Oh, well then, medical medium. That's why long ago I started the movement. You had to put that in there. Of drinking pure, straight celery juice. And it's why I want to be sure people know how to use this potent drink correctly and successfully. Because if you're not using celery juice correctly, well, gosh darn it, you're not going to be using it successfully. And the only person in the world that knows how to use celery juice correctly is, guess who? The medical medium. And who is this medical medium? Well, he's the person that started the movement of drinking pure straight celery juice. Celery juice is most powerful when you drink it solo. Prove it. While it's great to consume other green juices or vegetables and add in items, is food an item? Like spinach, kale, parsley, cilantro, or apples? One of these does not look like the other. Spinach, kale, parsley, cilantro, apples. Drink those mixed juices at a different time than your straight celery juice. Says I, the medical medium. These blends function differently than what I'm recommending as your greatest tool for recovering your health. I wonder what he's going to say. Pure celery juice taken on an empty stomach. If you drink your celery juice first thing in the morning, it will also strengthen your digestion of foods you eat for the rest of the day. How convenient. We'll get to more tips in a moment. First, let's look at what makes this tonic a miracle juice, aka, if you were reading, this is the savior for your health. Calming inflammation. Celery juice is teeming with powerful anti-inflammatory properties. Is it sweeping as well? And teeming? I think the medical medium has a thing for adjectives with 2 E's. That's what I think. That's what my psychic ability's telling me. I created that idea. This means it's highly beneficial for people who suffer from chronic, and there's that word again, mystery illnesses, including conditions labeled autoimmune, Hashimoto's thyroiditis, rheumatoid arthritis. Why does rheumatoid arthritis get an RA, where Hashimoto's thyroiditis, which is kind of harder to pronounce, doesn't get an HT? Is this an error in the text? Fibromyalgia, F. Myalgic encephalomyelitis, / as if that's not enough. Chronic fatigue syndrome, ME/CFS, hello. Lyme disease, migraines, vertigo, celiac disease, irritable bowel syndrome. How do they choose what has acronyms? How do they choose what doesn't? Diabetes, psoriasis, eczema, acne, lupus, Guillain-Barré syndrome, GBS, sarcoidosis, Raynaud's syndrome, Meniere's disease, gastroesophageal reflux disease. Oh, of course, GERD. GERD's the word. Gout, bursitis, bloating, intestinal cramping, distension, acid reflux. Wait, am I having vertigo? I think I saw vertigo before, did I? Or am I just having vertigo? Oh yeah, here it is. Constipation. I have restless leg syndrome right now. I'm tapping my foot like a madman, wondering when this list is ever going to end. Well, I'll tell you when it ends. It ends when you drink celery juice, says the medical medium. Tingles, numbness. All of these symptoms and illnesses are mysteries to medical communities. Even I, the medical medium, even though they have names. Well, this is kind of a fun kind of epilogue. These symptoms and illnesses are mysteries to medical communities, even though they have names. But that's just kind of popped out. Their true causes are not yet known by medical research and science, because science knows things, in case you didn't know. Science knows things, okay? Don't forget that. Don't forget that science knows things. And there's things that science doesn't know. Very important fact. Celery is perfect for reversing inflammation because it starves the pathogens, including unproductive bacteria. You're fired. Unproductive bacteria, you're fired. And viruses such as Epstein-Barr, EBV, that create it. As I reveal in my book, this is a long title. This whole title should be an acronym. EBV is the actual cause of Hashimoto's thyroiditis, HT, and many other diseases that medical communities call autoimmune. More on the true cause of autoimmune conditions soon. Cliffhanger. These pathogens lead to hundreds of different symptoms and conditions that go misdiagnosed. Okay, let's go one more section. One more section. The wonders of celery's mineral salts. Let's learn more about celery on this website, shall we? And if we get distracted, let's just order our copy of Liver Rescue. Okay? Don't worry about a thing. Celery is able to starve pathogens. Plus, it contains a multitude of undiscovered mineral salts. Now, that's a, what's the word? Is that a paradox? Because the medical medium is saying, hey, everybody, it contains a multitude of undiscovered mineral salts. Well, how do you know It sounds like you discovered them. Why call them undiscovered? You're confusing people. That act together as an antiseptic. When these powerful mineral salts, which are undiscovered, I'm just like saying that they're there even though they're not discovered, make contact with viruses such as, oh my gosh, here it is, Epstein-Barr, HHV6, shingles, bacteria such as streptococcus, and other pathogens, troublemakers responsible for chronic illnesses. The salts begin to break down the pathogen cell membranes, eventually killing and destroying them. If you're worried, I'm not worried, if you're worried that the sodium in celery is a problem because you've heard that salt is salt, I've never heard somebody say salt is salt, ever, whether in quotes or out of quotes. I've never, ever heard somebody say salt is salt. Oh, you know, salt is salt. It's all good. Salt is salt. Doesn't matter where you get it. Salt is salt, okay? Know that the sodium in celery is not just salt. It's not just salt, or the basic mineral sodium. Medical research and science have not yet discovered. Gosh, the medical medium knows so many things that medical research and science have not yet discovered. And he's just posting it on his blog. How generous. The different varieties of sodium in celery, nor has medical research and science, those dummies. They have not discovered how beneficial they are. Well, of course, if medical research and science have not yet discovered the different varieties of sodium in celery, how could they possibly know how beneficial they are? Take it easy on medical research and science, dude. Celery's naturally occurring sodium actually helps stabilize blood pressure, bringing it down when it's too high and up when it's too low. And this is in case you don't know what stabilize means. He's got a word count to meet. Further, it won't dehydrate your organs. Gosh, well, thank goodness. I don't like my organs dehydrated. What are you saying? I won't have organ jerky? Instead, it clings to toxic, dangerous salts from poor quality foods and helps draw them out of your body. Where do they go? Well, replacing them with undiscovered cluster salts. These subgroups of sodium bond together as one and are infused with celery's other critical chemical compounds. Alliteration, I like it. Medical medium. Medical medium likes adjectives with 2 E's in a row, sweeping and teaming, and the medical medium likes alliteration. Medical medium, critical chemical compounds. See, there's a lot of undiscovered things here. I'm discovering a lot of undiscovered things, by the way, that I'm sharing with you, even though the things that I'm talking about right now are literally undiscovered. I'm telling you about them, but they're not discovered. Get it? Science has not yet deconstructed or studied these cluster salts, but I have. I'm the medical medium. Eventually, research will reveal that these cluster salts, when medical medium, if you're saying eventually, when? Gosh, it could happen tomorrow. These cluster salts work symbiotically and systematically to flush out toxins, dead pathogens. You already said this, such as viruses and bacteria. What are you going to tell us? The 20 viruses and bacteria again that celery can kill, and pathogenic neurotoxins and debris from every crevice of the body. That's borderline gross. That's borderline gross. Okay, we have to stop. We have to stop here, everybody. It's been a pleasure. Drink your celery juice, for crying out loud.